another episode of Life of a Queen. I am Mildred Ehiguese. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about relationships. Very juicy topic here. There are things you need to put in life before you start thinking of a relationship. And all those relationships you think your friends are doing, you don't want to compare it to what it is in real life. At this point, as a girl, you're feeling really attractive, you need a guy to tell you how nice you look, you need a guy to always make you feel good and all that. Or as a guy, all your friends are telling you how they have one very hot girlfriend and how they are trying to see if they have the flows for a particular girl, and you too want to test your flows. Let me tell you the truth. In every part of life, there are stages that you need to take to get to a particular point. You can't just jump from where you are to wanting to be in a relationship. You're not ready to be married. So why test 30 different people before you're actually ready to settle down? Because if you start dating now, next year or in the next 6 months, you've broken up and you're with a second person. Before you know it, third, fourth, fifth, and then you have 10 people that you have dated. And then the next thing you're saying, all boys are the same, all girls are scum. There is nothing like that. The truth is, you started too early and you were too young to understand the principles of these things. So I need you to get your priorities right. The truth is, after now, you are most likely not to be with that person. And you guys are going to hurt each other so bad that it will be a memory that is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. And you do not want that. You want to focus and not have had I known life. Now, as a youth, you're in university, you're like, I am in the university now, I am supposed to be in a relationship. You are not supposed to be in a relationship. It is not a necessity at this point. At this point, yes, you might want to see how it goes, want to try and see, okay, maybe immediately I get out of university, I'll get married. But also, if your parents are paying your school fees, you need to be sorry for them. And if you're paying your school fees, I don't think I need to tell you that you need to focus. And quite frankly, being in a relationship takes a lot of energy and time and emotions, which means if you are not stable enough to balance all this, if you're giving too much attention to your partner, you are not giving enough attention to your books. You can't balance it. If you are giving enough attention to your books and you have a girl, as a guy now, you have a girl that wants all your attention, that relationship wouldn't work. Or as a guy, as a girl, sorry, your man is always saying, you should be around, you should come and cook for me, make sure you're always at home, don't go out with friends, and then in your head you're like, I'm in university, I'm supposed to explore. These things will cause conflict in your relationship and in your life generally. So it is very important for you to know that you are supposed to focus at this point in your life. Focus on what you went there to do. Set goals for yourself and crush those goals. Don't set goals that you can't achieve. Set realistic goals and meet those goals. If at final year you want to give relationship a try, fine. By that time, you know that you're mature enough to balance everything. But still, I think at final years, you wouldn't even have time because you'll be focusing on the project and lots of things. Also, I would advise that instead of trying to spend all your time trying to get a partner, focus on building yourself. There are people I have met that keep telling me, I don't have a talent, I don't know what I want to do in life. When I finish, I just want to look for a job. Right now, with the amount of youth graduating every year, entrepreneurship is the way. So basically, while you're focusing on school, try to develop yourself mentally, physically, and upstairs as well. Develop, if some people are good with handwork, if you know you're good, develop it. As a guy, some people are good with photography. Develop it. Develop these kind of things. It is not bad for you to be going to work and have another source of income. It is a good thing for you to have multiple streams of income. You need to be independent in this age and time. You cannot want to be dependent on your spouse to provide something for you because he's either a man or she's a more successful woman. You need, sometimes, so a lot of people are not as book smart as they are craft smart. If you know that this is your strong point, focus on it. There are people who, if they paint for you, that painting can go for millions of dollars. Focus on these things. There are people who are just innovative and creative, and then if they make a necklace for you, everywhere you enter, you're going to be shining. So focus on these things, develop these things. You never know where your main source of income is going to come from. As well as you can train others. Because right now, I'm sure a lot of us know that thousands, if not millions of youth are going into the youth service corps, and all of them are going into the labor market. It is not an easy road. So you need to have something on the side that you are going to focus on, so that at least when you start this relationship and you're planning for your future, you know that even if your job fails, God forbid, or there is something that happens and you can't get paid at the end of the month, you are not completely hopeless. You have something to do, you have something, you have a source of livelihood. These are the things you should focus on at this point of your life. If you don't build your life in your 20s, when do you want to build it? When you are 40 years old or when you are very weak and old? You need to start building your life now. Think of those things. So basically, I need you to understand that life is in stages. Put your priorities right and take each stage one step at a time. Life is not running away. Quite frankly, you will get tired of some things when you get to the age. I'm sure you have heard our parents say that when they were young, their blood was hot. But now they're like, ugh, they're tired of these things. So really, just take your time and savor every moment of your life. You will enjoy it. Thank you for watching today's episode of Life of a Queen. My name is Mildred Ehiguese. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. I'll see you next week.